Compassion to Action delegation proved to be transformative for both myself and my fellow delegates.
Hate crimes is on the rise in our country, anti-Semitism is on the rise, racism is on the rise, and it's really important that we understand the lessons of history and apply them to today's world.
We have to think about what it means to have the kind of power that we have, how we're using it, whether or not people feel that they're truly free, and what that looks like in individual communities. And are we always behaving in a way that is fair and equitable and is really ensuring our democracy? We have a huge role to play in that.
The thing that I brought back to my family was that words matter and actions matter more.
You don't know what you don't know, and you only know what you think you know. But to be there and to have an exceptional group of guides and to be there with a survivor like Max Eisen, to walk us through a thought process of how people were taken from their homes and put into these camps and all the suffering, it really, it took that learning to a new level for me.
So as a police officer, I can promise you this, that I will continue to always uphold the rights of every citizen, and that we will fight the hatred that we are seeing today.
Anyone involved in law enforcement, if they're given the opportunity, I would urge that you take it. You would never be able to get a learning experience like that in any other format, as well as educators. Our curriculum needs to have a much better understanding of what happened in history if we're not going to repeat it.
What are some of the transferable skills that are inspired by things like the Holocaust that we can work on with our boys? So coming back to bias reduction, things like the bystander effect, having a growth mindset, like actually believing that you can evoke change. So we've built out the workshops that we can do to train the boys to start to develop these types of mindsets.
We are all responsible to never forget the horrors of history, steadfastly prevent similar history from repeating itself, accept new responsibility to safeguard the democratic freedoms we so often take for granted.
We got to take what we learned there and from our own individual perspectives and go out into our respective communities and key stakeholders and spread that word.
When good people do nothing, bad things happen. Those aren't just words.
We are certainly committed to the work that the Friends of Simon Wiesenthal Center are doing. We want to be able to afford this opportunity for other police leaders to go within our organization because we can't afford not to send them.
I'm deeply grateful to the Wiesenthal Center for the opportunity. It was a phenomenal once-in-a-lifetime experience. And I would suggest anyone who's interested or curious about the trip should reach out to the center to find out more about what it's all about, because it's a very powerful experience, and I would recommend that anyone who's interested participate in it.